Just a follow-up review on my thrift shop finds. Haven't played the Flater Mouse because that's a 2 LP set. A pleasant surprise, a not so pleasant experience, and a horrendous experience. Which one should I start with? We'll go from best to worst. This was, I knew Rigoletto, parts of it. And I was, thank God, because there are 2 bits on here that I recognised straight away. They're too short. It is opera. It's sung in Italian. In some ways, it's much preferable to me because usually the lyrics, like, what are they called? Gilbert and Sullivan. They're so banal, you just don't want to listen to it. And so luckily, you don't know what they're singing about and you don't care. This is the Vienna State Opera, and very good. I like it. And it's got that beautiful 1960s, not quite stereo, not quite mono sound about it, which is something I love about those classical recordings from that era. The voices are always great up front, like a mono, but the stereo, the instruments, I mean, the vocals are up front. It could be mono or stereo. They're up front, way up front. But the orchestra always sounds like it's stuck in a back room at the end of a corridor, which I actually really like. You know, it's peculiar to some recordings from that era. That's just my way, how I interpret it. It's not as dramatic as that, but that's just the way I like to think about it. Moving further down the list, this amazing true high-fidelity recording may be played with equal brilliance on either stereo or monaural phonographs. It will give you the richest, most lifelike sounds on record. This sounds great. I played a bit on my little Gumby video a minute ago, just a snippet. Gumby and Pokey were just there so I could put a snippet of Duke Ellington on them. And I couldn't play it for long. It's a bit, I'm not really into that sort of jazz, but I'm going to give this one a big whirl later on. That was a snippet of Overture to a Jam Session Part 1. Sort of sounds like a bunch of mosquitoes or blue bottles, or a bunch of mosquitoes, in a jam jar. Don't ask me. It's a bit too shrill, Could be worse. Could have Shirley Bassey singing over the top of it. It could get better. It's all right, but the sound, they are right. This sounds really, really good. Club membership, selection of material, how to become a member, special bonus issue. Popular Record Club. So there you go. Yeah, I will play that again. I was very impressed with the Rigoletto. Very, very happy. Now this was an album I loved when I was a very, very small child. About 5 or 6. And I used to play this all the time. And I just played it then and went, what the? The Cattlemen, side 1. I'm not going to dare play Frank Saunders doing folk songs on side 2. It's classic songs, classic songs, all done beautifully by much, much better people than these guys. Marty Robbins comes to mind straight away for, he's my all-time favourite country and western singer and interpreter of ballads and from the old days. But these guys, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just a quartet, vocal quartet, with just, sort of that real weedy, creepy, love me do harmonica sound, which I absolutely hate. Give me Paul Butterfield any day. And just, a normal acoustic guitar and someone, making horse plodding sounds on a bongo or something. God knows what. They sound like they're on Quaaludes with cut with Mogadon. Here we go. Let's just. Oh no, I won't try singing it. Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, that was a chore. It really was to get through that. It's I'm going to keep it because it's just what I thought was great when I was what I thought was great 65 years ago is so maybe our childhood memories are not really not what we think they are. So anyway, guys,